What factors within the child and in the surrounding environment ensure that the newborn baby arrives healthy, prepared to develop at his or her best? When an infant is born with serious health problems, these complex factors are brought into bold relief. Tanya and Steve faced a tragedy rare among couples in their 20s. Their first child, Kristen, was born with Down syndrome.
We were not prepared at all. And when Kristen came out, she was not breathing. She was blue. So we knew that there was something wrong initially, but we didn't know what. And after they got the baby suctioned out and breathing, we kind of breathed a sigh of relief. And then about 10 minutes later, our doctor came over and told us that Kristen had strong suspicions of having Down syndrome. And I was devastated. Basically we were watching her struggle for her life, so that was the main priority at that time. And I think that has taken over ever since. We've just tried to focus on her health problems and try to do the best that we could for her.
And it's been very challenging. We, during that first year, really struggled with some of the things that she had to go through that she needed medically. And, it was very trying for both Tanya and me. But, it was a struggle, but it was definitely worth all those struggles. I mean, she's, a beautiful person, and we're very grateful that we have her today.
So it was very difficult because we had to find daycare for her. And fortunately, my best friend watched her 3 days a week. And then a nurse that we had met in the neonatal ward watched her twice a week, right across the school from where I taught. But it was very difficult because, not just the diaper bag and the basic supplies that you have with a baby. We had the oxygen, and we had the heart monitor machine, and we had the breathing machine, the nebulizer, and the suction machine. So we had all these machines. She was very difficult at that time to take care of, and she had a lot of breathing problems, too, that was related to the heart. So it was very difficult, very stressful on her marriage the first year. She has had 6 surgeries total. She's had 2 open heart surgeries, 2 bronchoscopies, and she has had 2 surgeries to insert tubes in her ears. So she's had a lot of struggles to go through, but she has done remarkably well, especially after her second open heart surgery. That was the most successful. She started to do things after that surgery that she had never done before, such as crawling and standing up by herself. And she even walks now with the walker a little bit. So we're just very grateful. We have a second daughter, and she's Nicole. Her name is Nicole, and she's a year old. And we just found out that I'm expecting again. I think I'm a couple months along. That I don't think it has stopped us from having kids. We love children, and I always wanted to have a bigger family. She loves Nicole. She really has done well, and I think she has really modeled Nicole. When Nicole first started crawling, that's when Kristen started. And when she first started to walk, Kristen, started to stand up on her own and wanted to walk. So she has been a real motivator for Kristen.
Well, I think Kristen's presence in our family has been very, very rewarding. I know that, I'm very proud of some of the accomplishments that she has made. You'd think that your child is going to be limited in some way, and when you see her achieve a goal, it's exciting. It's a great feeling deep inside.
Kristen's birth has changed my outlook totally on life. One lesson I learned from Kristen is that your life can change in 1 second, and that's what happened with us. We had no clue that this was going to happen. And our lives have been so different than what I thought that they were going to be like, after we got married and had children. It's nothing like I expected. But it's very rewarding, just like Steve said. She brings a lot of love and joy into our lives, and not just our lives, but other people's lives as well. A lot of people have been touched by Kristen, and it's really neat to see.